Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you get a chance to watch this video, my name is Aline. It's again an amazing opportunity and a great opportunity for me to come and share educational insight about the AI sector, the AI world. Now, the AI stands for artificial intelligence. Now, many people talk about AI, and quite frankly, the AI sector has been glooming and blooming for the past years, since 2015. It's been really glooming and growing in a way that is really that is important for us as investors, if you're an investor or if you want to be an investor. Because if you don't know me, I am a long-term investor. I've been an investor for the past 14 years. So every sector that emerges, every sector that has the potential and capacity to build generational wealth, to increment and help my clients and even myself, I take time to study and I take time to understand the sector so that I know what to do, when to invest, and where to invest. So the AI, the artificial intelligence, has been really glowing and blooming. And some of the tech companies, such as Microsoft and Apple and all these tech Meta, they have been really, even Amazon, they have been it's investing, like putting a lot of investment in the AI sector. Now, like I said, I am a long-term investor, so I do have stocks that are in the tech company. I do have stocks in the AISI, the artificial super intelligence, companies like Nvidia. So these companies have, because I do own stocks there, I am aware of the what you call it, their venture. So whenever they have new ventures, new ways of implementing their companies, they let the shareholders know what they are doing and what they're about to do. Now, Microsoft in 2022, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 2022, last year, invested $1 billion in the AI sector. Now, I do have shares in Microsoft. That just awakened my desire to understand why they are investing that amount of money. Now, we all know, for anybody who follows the development and everything, the Chat GPT was released in November 30th, 2022. And when it was released, it actually skyrocketed and increased the tech company, the stock tech company, and many people started now venturing and coming into the investment of tech companies. Now, this is what I would say as an investor. Yes, it's good to invest. It's good to to invest in those stocks. I will tell you the truth. I do have shares in Nvidia. I do have shares in Microsoft. I do have shares in those companies. I do. However, you have to take the time, like I said in the previous video. If you got a chance to watch, if you haven't, I encourage you to watch it. It's called Your Next Investment Move. One of the most important thing to do is really not to just run and buy shares, because yes, you will buy the shares, but at the end of the day you have to understand why you're buying it, why you investing your money in it. Like I said, I am a long-term investor, and the person that I followed for me to get into the world of investing is Warren Buffett. And what I've learned from reading and being mentored by him, I have learned one thing: he takes his time. He takes his time. He never rushes. There's one of his quotes. He said that be fearful when everyone is greedy, and be greedy when everyone is fearful. When everybody is running and doing things, that's not the time for you to start buying. That the time for you is to take your time and understand why you are buying it and what you are buying. So for me, as a long-term investor, for me, since 2022, I decided literally to take time to understand the AI sector, the AI world. And believe me, there are so much to learn. This video, I can't even if I take 30 or an hour, I cannot finish talking about the AI sector, and yet I only studied it for a year. Now I'm pretty sure that by next month there will be more new things to study, because every month, every week, there is something new in the AI world. There's something new in that sector that you get to understand, that you get to know. Now, if you've never actually studied it, I will say this to you: there are different sectors. There is the artificial general intelligence, or the AGI. That's the artificial general intelligence. That's for the robots, the drones, Alexa, Siri, and all these that we use every day. Those are the AGI, right? And then we have the narrow AI, and also the generative AI. That's the Chat GPT, DeepMind, and all these new things. This new generative AI that are created and still ongoing, being created every day and evolving every day. Now, it's important as an investor. Yes, it's good to know what's happening. It's good to know for your information, but my focus as I study, I don't just study for the sake of knowing what it is or knowing the sector. No, I study to understand where is very probable and it's very good to start investing, so that I know that in a long-term way I will have a great gain in a long-term way. Now, if we go back in time, in the era of the dot-com era, when Jeff Bezos created Amazon, and he created Amazon during the dot-com era, right? And at the time, many investors were not very open to invest in his company, because it was an online company. He wanted to build an online library. That's how Amazon started. He thought of a library, then from a library we have all the things that we have today. But what pushed him, he saw something. When it was being birthed, many people were scared. Many people were feeling like it was a threat. But he saw something. And he saw an opportunity that people did not see. And the investor at the time who saw what he saw and invested in that company, today they are millionaires in that company, because they invested in the right time, when it was not yet blooming, when it was not yet exponentially blooming. Now, we all know that, the dot-com happened. Now we have smartphones. You have your phone, you have your iPad, you have everything of such. It started with the dot-com era. Everything began with the dot-com era. Now, what you have to understand is, when a sector or an era begin, there are many people that are skeptical. There are many people that are pessimistic. There are many people that are like, I don't know what, da, 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 da. There are various people that are speculating and skeptical. But you have to take your time and study, not just study the season or the time, but you have to evaluate the growth and understand, will this growth give me a return? Am I going to get a great gain? Because as a long-term investor, honestly, I'm not focusing on getting money in 5 minutes or in 1 month, in 1 day. If you want that quick money stuff, you are not a long-term investor. You have to think long-term. That's why I say long-term. You have to think long-term. So when you are thinking long-term, you don't just look at now. You have to think long-term. So meaning you have to take the time to ask yourself, is this company going to survive for the next 5 or 10 years? Is this company going to be able to generate income and growth for the next 5-10 years? Those are the questions that you evaluate in your research and in your study. So when you do the study of the AI sector, those are the questions that you ask yourself. Those are the questions that you take time to answer with report, to answer with research. Yes, of course, nobody is we are not fortune tellers. You don't predict the future. But what I love, I'm a scientist by my background. I'm a geologist by profession. So I love science. I do. Because science comes with data. Like you can, for us, for example, as geologists, you can study and evaluate a rock and identify the years that it was formed, the formation. You can identify all of it by the study and the data. So for me, I love data because data really are better than any speculation. The data don't really lie. They are more truthful than people. So you have to take the time to evaluate the data, to study, to understand the world. Okay, is this generative era, the way it's growing, is it going to be sustainable? Is it going to be a balloon success? Don't just listen to the news. Like I said in my previous videos, I love the news. I do listen to the news, but I don't make my decision from the news. No. My decisions are not made from the news. My decisions are made from data. My decisions are made from research. My decisions are made from studies, so personal studies and database. I never listen to a news anchor or anybody telling me, oh, this is the best place to put your money, and I just jump and no, that I will never do that. And even with my own client, this is what I say to them. When I mentor, when I coach them, I tell them, this is what I have done. These are the results. These are the data. However, take these data, take this research, take these results, do your own homework. I don't want you to say because Aline did it, because Aline is doing this. It has to come from your own decision, because at the end of the day, it is your own investment. You are investing for your family, for your generation, for your offspring. So you have to take the time to decide for yourself. So it's important to know the world of AI. So like I said, AI is very vast. It's a very vast world. Like it's a world that is evolving every day. I mean, every single day it's evolving. So you have to avail yourself to understand, to take the time and say, okay, now I want to invest. Which company is developing this? Are this company like sustainable? Is this company sustainable? Oh, for me as a long-term investor, I invest in companies that have gotten a good sustainable reputation. And even when they bring in the AI sector, they are still reputable and strong enough that even if it doesn't, the growth because of the AI does not produce enough revenue for the year or two, it's still sustainable. Those are all the things that you have to think when you are investing in the AI, in the stock market, or even in the AI sector. So I encourage you to really take the time to invest your time in knowledge. Knowledge is the greatest thing that you can give yourself. Like for me, I say this over and over. You cannot be the best version of yourself without knowledge. You cannot be wealthy without knowledge, because knowledge is the information that you need. Knowledge is the information that you need. Then with that information, and then when you get understanding, because knowledge alone, it won't give you anything. But now when you have the knowledge and the understanding, then you have the wisdom, and it's that wisdom that now will create the wealth that you need for whatever plan, whatever goal that you have for your life. So I am coming with this video to encourage you to know that yes, the AI is evolving. There are so many things, information that you need to learn. And on my social media, on all my social media platforms, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Twitter, I post and I have posted information about the AI, different types, what to know about the AI, purposes of each type. The reason why I'm doing that is to incite you. It's to incite you to do your own research. It's to incite you to do your own thing, especially if you want to be an investor, a long-term investor in that sector, or if you're interested in owning stocks in the sector, in the technological sector. And I will say this to you, yes. The tech world has become our world, especially after the pandemic. We are now more comfortable behind the screen. So this is not going anywhere. Actually, it's going better. It's getting better and better. So you have to understand that world, and you have to understand where to invest and how to invest it. So I really encourage you, invest in knowledge. Invest in knowledge. For me, I have, as a coach, I'm a life coach, and as a coach, I put up a coaching program, a coaching system. There is an online course, and there is an intensive coaching, and there is also consultation for any corporate and individual person who just wants few hours of my time for advices. But the two thing, the intensive coaching and the online course, I give you more insight. I give you more tools, because let me tell you this, we are a generation that have a lot of information, but not everybody has the discipline to sit down and do their own research. That's why you need a coach. Let's say, for example, if you want to lose weight, there are so many information out there about losing weight. But if you want to be very disciplined and invest and reduce the timing, because when you get a coach, the coach come with the experience and also the accountability. Because when you are not accountable, then there's no goal to reach. If you just say, one day I will lose weight, or one day I will do this, one day, there's no accountability. But when you have a coach, when you have somebody who is there to give you the knowledge and give you the appropriate knowledge, because yes, knowledge is good, but not every knowledge actually gives you the result that you need. So if you have that coach that will say, this is what you need, these are the things A, B, C, D, and let me tell you this, when you follow a coaching program, you always will get the result according to the coaching thing. Let's say if I go to a trainer, a trainer, and I say I want to lose 30 pounds, right? There is a pattern. There are things that he will tell me, okay, you have to exercise this amount of time and this amount of time and this amount of time. If I don't do that work, even if I'm well-meaning, even if I desire it with all my heart, I will not get that result, the result that I want. So if you want to join the coaching, or if you want me to coach you, I will give you the note. I will give you the knowledge. I will give you the assignments. It is your job to do the work. It is your job to be present. It is your job. This is what I always tell my clients. I tell them there are three things you need to decide, to make up yourself and make a decision to yourself. The first thing you need to decide is to put yourself first, meaning you have to decide and say, this is important for me, so I am going to invest in myself. Putting yourself first is not a selfish thing, because you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot give what you don't have. You can be well-meaning and say, you know what, I just love everybody. I put everybody before myself. If you do that, you are going to be depleted. So you need to be full so that you can give. Even the Bible says, I'm a believer, the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. So you have to get to a place where you discover yourself, you love yourself, you encounter yourself, you become whole with yourself before you can give anything else. So that's the first decision, making the decision to say, I am going to choose to develop myself. I'm going to choose to invest in myself. Many people invest in anything else except themselves. They will invest in anything else except themselves. They will even go bankrupt on other people or other things except themselves. So that's the first thing, the first commitment to yourself. Because at the end of the day, the greatest investment you do is in yourself. It's not in anyone. It's in yourself. So you have to make that commitment. The second thing, you have to be committed to be disciplined. Meaning the discipline is making sure that, yes, you are committed to set your priorities. You are committed to do the assignment. You are committed to do the work. Because at the end of the day, if I'm your coach, I am going to give you assignments. And I'm going to be expecting you to do those assignments. Not because I'm pushing you to do it. Because without you putting in the work, you cannot have the result. There is no microwavable life or microwavable success. Every success needs work. Every success needs diligence. Every success needs commitment. Every success needs that. And the third thing, consistency. Because yes, the coaching might end, because I do have a program of 6 months. I have a 6 months coaching, and if you follow the 6 months coaching, it doesn't mean that after that you are done. You have to keep, because after the 6 months, I am expecting you that you have built a lifestyle for yourself to get the result that you need. Because at the end of the day, if I just give you the notes, I give you the information, I give you all the information about the AI sector, the stocks, the everything that you need to do, and then after the 6 months I'm gone, you will go back to your old nature. So you have to be consistent, because transformation happen, but you have to keep a lifestyle to keep that. Let's say if I just go to the gym to lose 40 pounds, and I lose the 40 pounds, and as soon as I lose the 40 pounds, I go back to eat fast food, I go back to eat everything that I used to eat in the past, I am going to gain that weight and even more, because I'm not consistent in what I was doing. So you need consistency. So I invite you, if you want to invest in yourself, because for me as a life coach, I value you more than I value anything that you would do. Because if you are not the best version of yourself, your job is not profitable, your family is not profitable, your community is not profitable, your country is not profitable, the whole world is not profiting of your value. But when you enhance yourself and you become the best version of yourself, now your family benefit of that, your community benefit of that, your world benefit of that, the whole world benefit of that. And that is my job. My job is to bring you to a place of realizing that yes, Everything is good, investment is good, but it begins with you. So of course, during the coaching, yes, I talk about the investment world. It is one of the topics, but one of the my main focus, even the investment world, everything that you receive will build you first before it builds anybody, because you cannot do anything if you're depleted. You cannot do anything if you are depleted. You have to get the knowledge for yourself. Just like you cannot go to a college place and say, I'm going to enroll for my children, but I'm going to attend the course. Even if you attend the course, you are going to be enhanced, but your child will not be enhanced. The child has to go and take that knowledge and get that knowledge for themselves. It's the same with the coaching. So I encourage you, whether you are young, whether you are old, whether you are this, it does not matter. I'm very privileged to have all age range. I am very honestly humbling to have clients that are twice my age, that are in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 60s. I also have clients in their 20s. So it is never late. It is never late. All you need to do is to start. You have to start. So that's the encouragement. And the coaching is in 7 languages. I am blessed to have coached people literally all over the world. So I know that if you speak English, if you are listening to me and you understand the coaching, there's coaching in English. If English is not your first language, there are coaching in Spanish. The coaching is available in Spanish, in French, in Dutch, in Portuguese, in German, in Norwegian. So there is a broad way for everyone to get the knowledge that they need. So that's it. I'm not gonna speak for long. I encourage you to invest in yourself. Come and learn, come and discover. If you want the online course, that's called the Masterclass with Aline. If you want the 6-month coaching program, that's called the 6-month coaching with Aline. During the 6 months, I'm gonna go give you the notes, give you the tools, give you practical tools, give you assignment, walk with you step by step to see your result and build you up. And especially if you are somebody who wants to become an investor and you say, Aline, I don't know where to start, join the 6-month coaching, because with the 6-month coaching, I'm going to help you build your investment portfolio. I am going to show you how to build an investment portfolio, because an investment portfolio is not just like you just no, there is a way to build a sustainable investment portfolio. So if you want to begin to become an investor, or if you are already an investor and you want to enhance your investment portfolio or learn more, or it's never, let me tell you this, you can never learn too much. Even me, as I'm speaking to you right now, I am attending courses to enhance my knowledge. So because I always want to give fresh knowledge, I always want to give fresh information, I always want to make sure that what I give, and if you follow me on social media, you will see that I do my best to always give information that will enhance your knowledge in the investment world or in any kind of world. So that's it. I hope that this video has enhanced you. Join, if you need more information, join on my social media. These are all the details on how to join either the masterclass or the coaching, the 6-month coaching, or the consultation services. So that's it for today. I hope this has blessed you. Until next time, bye.